Hi everyone. Today, we're traveling to a land that no empire has ever conquered. Not Britain, not the USSR, not the USA. Why? Today, you'll uncover the secrets of the most unconquered land on Earth, Afghanistan. Afghanistan is centrally located in Asia, bordering several countries. Its neighbors include China, Iran, Pakistan, and various Central Asian nations. This location positions Afghanistan as a key crossroads in the region. It serves as a connector between the Middle East, Central Asia, India, and China. Afghanistan's geography has historically influenced its role in regional trade and cultural exchange. The Silk Road was an ancient network of trade routes. It spanned across the Asian continent, connecting east and west. Afghanistan was a key region, traversed by the Silk Road. The route facilitated the exchange of goods like spices and silk. It also enabled cultural exchange between different civilizations. The Silk Road holds immense historical significance as a trade and cultural artery. Afghanistan's defining characteristic is its rugged, mountainous terrain. This challenging geography has historically impeded foreign conquest and control. The mountains create natural barriers, fragmenting the landscape and limiting access. These topographical features have played a significant role in shaping Afghanistan's history and geopolitical dynamics. The 19th century saw three major British invasions of Afghanistan. These invasions were part of the Great Game, a strategic rivalry between the British and Russian empires. The goal was to control Central Asia and prevent the other from gaining dominance. Each invasion resulted in significant losses for the British forces. Despite initial gains, the British ultimately faced fierce resistance from Afghan tribes. All three invasions ended with the British retreating from Afghanistan. The 19th century saw Afghan tribes frequently uniting against foreign incursions. A key characteristic of these tribes was their fierce independence. This independence fueled a strong resistance to external control and influence. Tribal unity was often a strategic response to perceived threats from invaders. Historical records emphasize the significant role of tribal coalitions in defending Afghan territories. The Soviet Union launched a military intervention in Afghanistan in 1979. This invasion involved the deployment of Soviet troops and military equipment into Afghan territory. The movement of Soviet forces aimed to secure strategic locations within Afghanistan. The invasion significantly altered the geopolitical landscape of the region. It led to a prolonged period of conflict and instability in Afghanistan. Operation Cyclone was a CIA initiative during the 1980 seconds. It involved providing support to the Afghan Mujahideen. The support included weapons and funding. The goal was to aid the Mujahideen in their fight against Soviet forces in Afghanistan. The statistical chart visualizes Soviet military deaths during the Afghanistan conflict from 1,979 to 1,989. It quantifies the human cost of the war, reflecting the number of Soviet soldiers killed. The data emphasizes the significant impact of the Afghanistan war on the Soviet Union. The chart provides a visual representation of the war's toll on Soviet armed forces. The withdrawal of Soviet forces from Afghanistan significantly contributed to the USSR's decline. This withdrawal symbolized a weakening of Soviet power and influence. The Afghan war strained the Soviet economy and military resources. The conflict also exposed the limitations of Soviet military might on the global stage. Ultimately, the withdrawal accelerated internal pressures leading to the Soviet Union's collapse. The September 11 attacks serve as a pivotal historical event. Footage from the attacks is presented as a prelude. The footage sets the stage for the subsequent U.S. invasion of Afghanistan. The attacks provide the historical context for military actions. The U.S. invasion of Afghanistan commenced in 2001. The invasion involved the deployment of NATO forces. A key objective was to dismantle al-Qaeda. Another objective was to remove the Taliban regime from power. The invasion marked the beginning of a prolonged military engagement in Afghanistan. The U.S. allocated trillions of dollars to military operations in Afghanistan from 2001 to 2021. This expenditure is visualized in a statistical chart covering 2 decades of war-related expenses. The chart provides a quantitative overview of the financial resources invested in the Afghanistan conflict. Analyzing the chart reveals the magnitude and distribution of war spending over the specified period. The data highlights the economic impact and resource allocation decisions related to the Afghanistan war. The period from 2001 to 2021 saw a significant presence of contractors in Afghanistan. Private military companies and defense contractors also operated extensively during this time. These entities were often involved in providing security, logistics, and training services. The war in Afghanistan created opportunities for private armies and defense companies to profit. Visuals document the activities and scale of contractor involvement throughout the conflict. In 2021, the United States initiated the withdrawal of its military forces from Afghanistan. This withdrawal marked the end of a 2-decade-long military presence in the country. The departure of U.S. forces led to a rapid shift in the balance of power within Afghanistan. The Taliban swiftly regained control over key territories and strategic locations. Kabul, the capital city, was retaken by the Taliban amidst the U.S. withdrawal. The U.S. withdrawal and the Taliban's resurgence reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the region. Afghanistan possesses significant mineral wealth, including various valuable resources. Key resources include copper, essential for electrical wiring and construction. Iron ore deposits are also substantial, vital for steel production and infrastructure. Gold is another significant resource, historically important and economically valuable. Afghanistan also holds rare earth elements, crucial for modern technology and electronics. These mineral resources represent a potentially significant economic asset for the country. Lithium is a crucial element in modern technology, primarily due to its use in batteries. Lithium-ion batteries are widely used in electric vehicles, providing high energy density and rechargeability. Smartphones also rely on lithium-ion batteries for their compact size and efficient power storage. Various other portable electronic devices, such as laptops and tablets, utilize lithium-based batteries. The demand for lithium continues to grow as electric vehicle adoption increases and energy storage solutions expand. Global demand for lithium is increasing significantly. This surge is primarily driven by the global transition to green energy solutions. Lithium is a critical component in batteries for electric vehicles and energy storage systems. The increasing adoption of these technologies is fueling the rising demand for lithium worldwide. Chinese state companies have a notable presence in Afghanistan. These companies are primarily involved in resource exploration. Key areas of investment include copper mining and oil exploration. These investments reflect China's strategic interests in Afghanistan's natural resources. The Belt and Road Initiative is a development strategy proposed by China. It focuses on infrastructure development and investments. The initiative aims to connect Central Asia and the Indian Ocean. Afghanistan is a key country in this connectivity plan. The presence of Uyghur militants is identified as a security concern. These militants originate from the Xinjiang region. They are reportedly undergoing training in the mountainous regions of Afghanistan. This training activity poses a security risk specifically for China. The militants' activities could potentially destabilize the region. Therefore, monitoring and addressing this threat is crucial for regional stability. The New Great Game is a term used to describe the geopolitical competition in Central Asia. This competition involves multiple nations vying for influence and strategic advantage. Key players in this arena include China, with its economic and infrastructure initiatives. Russia seeks to maintain its historical influence in the region. Iran is another significant actor, pursuing its own regional interests. Pakistan and India are also involved, driven by their respective strategic and economic goals. Afghanistan is a region of significant interest to multiple countries. These interests include access to Afghanistan's mineral resources. Control over key trade routes through Afghanistan is another major interest. Some countries view Afghanistan as a buffer against extremism. These factors contribute to the complex geopolitical landscape of the region. Decades of war have resulted in the displacement of millions of Afghans. This displacement represents a significant humanitarian crisis. The ongoing conflict has forced people to leave their homes and communities. Many displaced Afghans seek refuge in other parts of the country. Others have been forced to flee across international borders. The long-term consequences of this displacement are far-reaching and complex. Statistical charts reveal a significant downturn in Afghanistan's economic indicators. A key indicator is the collapse of the agricultural sector, a vital component of the Afghan economy. The charts also highlight the widespread destruction of urban centers, impacting economic activity. Afghanistan's economy is shown to be heavily reliant on foreign aid for its survival. Another significant factor is the dependence on opium production as a major economic driver. These factors collectively paint a picture of severe economic challenges facing Afghanistan. International aid played a significant role in Afghanistan's economy. By 2010, international assistance constituted a substantial portion of Afghanistan's GDP. Specifically, international aid accounted for approximately 97% of Afghanistan's GDP in 2010. This indicates a heavy reliance on foreign assistance for economic activity. The data highlights the critical importance of international aid in supporting Afghanistan's economic output during that period. The scene visually juxtaposes the economic gains of foreign entities with the impoverished conditions of Afghan citizens. It highlights the disparity between those profiting from conflict and the everyday struggles of ordinary Afghans. Images of foreign companies and politicians benefiting from the war are contrasted with scenes of Afghan poverty. This contrast serves to underscore the unequal distribution of wealth and resources in the region. The juxtaposition aims to provoke reflection on the human cost of war and economic exploitation. Afghanistan is envisioned as a central hub in Asia's evolving energy landscape. This hub is characterized by extensive infrastructure development. Key components include facilities for the extraction of valuable mineral resources. Transportation networks are crucial for moving these resources across the region. This infrastructure aims to facilitate the efficient distribution of energy throughout Asia. Afghanistan remains a site of ongoing conflict involving external powers. Corruption continues to undermine governance and stability. Extremist groups maintain a presence, contributing to insecurity. Foreign meddling exacerbates internal divisions and instability. The nation remains a battleground, hindering development and peace. The economic model illustrates the potential transformation of Afghanistan through its mineral wealth. This transformation could potentially elevate Afghanistan to one of the world's richest countries. The model focuses on leveraging mineral resources for economic development. It provides a framework for strategic investment and resource management. Proper implementation of the model is crucial for realizing the projected economic growth. The model aims to ensure sustainable and equitable distribution of wealth generated from mineral resources. Afghanistan can be viewed metaphorically as a mirror. This mirror reflects the darker aspects of human nature, such as greed. It also reflects humanity's relentless ambition. These qualities are amplified and made visible through the conflicts and struggles within the nation. Historically, Afghanistan has been a region of interest for numerous empires due to its strategic location. Many empires initially aimed to establish control over Afghanistan for trade and geopolitical influence. These empires often faced significant challenges, including rugged terrain and local resistance. The ambitions of past empires in Afghanistan were frequently undermined by prolonged conflicts and logistical difficulties. Ultimately, the historical experiences of these empires highlight the complexities of governing Afghanistan. Lithium extraction begins with mining lithium-rich ores or extracting lithium from brine deposits. Ore extraction involves open-pit or underground mining techniques to obtain spodumene or other lithium-bearing minerals. Brine extraction pumps lithium-rich saltwater from underground reservoirs to the surface. The extracted materials undergo processing to separate and concentrate the lithium compounds. Refining processes convert lithium compounds into battery-grade lithium carbonate or lithium hydroxide. Mining activities in Afghanistan can lead to significant environmental consequences. One major impact is habitat destruction due to land clearing and excavation. This destruction disrupts local ecosystems and endangers wildlife. Mining operations also pose a risk of water pollution. Pollution occurs through the release of harmful chemicals and sediments into water sources. These environmental impacts require careful management and mitigation strategies. The Taliban's governance structure is a hierarchical system. Key positions within the Taliban hold significant decision-making power. The structure dictates the flow of authority and implementation of policies. Understanding this structure is crucial for analyzing current events in the region. The diagram illustrates the relationships between different roles and responsibilities. This framework defines how the Taliban exerts control and maintains order. Chinese investment has the potential to significantly impact Afghanistan's GDP. Increased investment can stimulate economic growth and development. Chinese investment may focus on key infrastructure projects. Infrastructure development can improve connectivity and trade. Improved infrastructure can also attract further foreign investment. Overall, Chinese investment can contribute to Afghanistan's economic stability and progress. The educational landscape in Afghanistan faces significant challenges. These challenges disproportionately affect girls and women. The Taliban regime's policies have further exacerbated these issues. Access to education for females has been severely restricted. This creates a critical social impact, limiting opportunities for Afghan women. Visuals highlight the stark realities and struggles within the Afghan education system. Afghanistan's healthcare system faces significant challenges. A critical issue is the severe shortage of essential medical supplies. This scarcity impacts the ability to provide adequate treatment. The system also suffers from a lack of qualified medical personnel. This shortage strains the existing healthcare infrastructure. These combined factors create a healthcare crisis in Afghanistan. The scene depicts Afghanistan's current road network infrastructure. It highlights potential improvements to this network. These improvements are proposed within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative. The initiative aims to enhance connectivity and trade across the region. Upgrading the road network is crucial for Afghanistan's economic development and regional integration. Opium poppy cultivation is a significant agricultural activity in Afghanistan. Opium production plays a substantial role in the country's economy. Alternative crop promotion is an effort to reduce opium dependency. These initiatives aim to diversify agricultural income for farmers. The transition to alternative crops is a complex socio-economic challenge. Afghanistan possesses a rich and diverse cultural heritage, reflecting its history. This heritage includes numerous historical sites and artifacts of immense value. Preservation efforts are underway to protect these cultural assets from damage and loss. These efforts aim to conserve Afghanistan's cultural identity for future generations. International collaborations support local initiatives in preserving Afghanistan's cultural heritage. The security situation in Afghanistan and surrounding regions is marked by instability. Areas of conflict are geographically dispersed, impacting multiple countries. This instability poses significant challenges to regional security. Neighboring countries are affected by the spillover of conflict and displacement. Mapping these areas is crucial for understanding the scope and impact of the crisis. Humanitarian aid is being distributed to vulnerable populations. The aid aims to provide essential resources to those in need. Distribution efforts focus on reaching the most affected communities. These actions support the well-being of individuals and families. The refugee crisis in Afghanistan involves a significant number of displaced individuals. These displacements are often caused by conflict, instability, and natural disasters. Many displaced persons are forced to leave their homes and seek refuge elsewhere. Living conditions for refugees and displaced persons are frequently challenging. These conditions often include inadequate shelter, food, and access to basic services. International aid organizations are working to provide assistance and support to those affected. Afghanistan is highly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. These impacts include increased frequency and intensity of droughts. Flooding events are also becoming more common and severe. Desertification is expanding, reducing arable land. These environmental changes pose significant challenges to Afghanistan's stability and livelihoods. Afghanistan faces significant challenges in managing its water resources sustainably. Effective water resource management is crucial for Afghanistan's agricultural sector. Sustainable strategies are needed to address water scarcity and ensure equitable distribution. Efforts are underway to improve irrigation techniques and water conservation practices. Afghanistan has significant potential for renewable energy development. Solar power is a viable option due to the country's high solar irradiance levels. Wind power can also be harnessed, especially in areas with consistent wind patterns. These renewable sources could provide sustainable energy solutions for Afghanistan. Kabul's urban development faces significant infrastructure challenges. Rapid population growth strains existing resources and services. Housing shortages are a critical issue affecting many residents. Urban planning initiatives aim to address these housing deficits. Sustainable development is crucial for Kabul's future growth and stability. Rural communities in Afghanistan heavily rely on agriculture for their livelihoods. Livestock farming is another critical component of the rural economy. These communities' economic stability is directly linked to agricultural and livestock productivity. Their way of life is deeply intertwined with the success of these traditional practices. Afghanistan's international relations focus on securing support and recognition from the global community. Diplomatic efforts are crucial for fostering relationships with various countries and international organizations. These efforts aim to address political, economic, and security challenges facing Afghanistan. International support is vital for Afghanistan's stability and development. Diplomacy plays a key role in navigating complex regional and global dynamics. Recognition from other nations enhances Afghanistan's legitimacy and sovereignty. Sustainable development in Afghanistan requires a long-term perspective. Stability is a fundamental prerequisite for sustainable progress. Good governance is essential to ensure resources are managed effectively. Sustainable development aims to improve the quality of life for current and future generations. This includes economic growth, social equity, and environmental protection. Long-term planning and investment are crucial for achieving sustainable outcomes. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell us in the comments what surprised you the most in this video, or what you found the most fascinating. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Many more thrilling, shocking, and mind-blowing stories are coming soon.